our sort of people, you didn't think about university
Yeah.
or office jobs or anything like that. We were like factory fodder, as they called it, you know, any kind of jobs that, we didn't even think about it, that was it. Although I did go into an office job, I mean, by the time I left school at 15, just 15, I was 15 in the November, and 1 month later, on the 1st of January, we never used to have a day off on the 1st of January then.
Really?
New Year's Day, no, it was a normal day.
Oh my gosh.
So the 1st of January I started my new job, snow on the ground, and I was just 15. It was at the Elephant and Castle, and I was going to be a receptionist telephonist.
That's a good first job to have.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I did try to get into the, it was called GPO then, the BT, what it's called now.
Okay.
It was called GPO,
Yeah.
General Post Office. And you had to take an exam, and my spelling wasn't very good then, so I failed.
Aww.
But I always knew I wanted to do it, so a few years later I did get in.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I spent my last 15 years of work in BT.
Really? Okay. So what were like typical jobs back then? Was
Well,
it sort of
as I say,
factory?
for my age, the factory wise I was talking about my mum's era, but for my age, most of us then were leaving at 15, but going into offices.
Okay.
There was a big office building next door to us called St Christopher House, and it was civil service, and a lot of people got jobs in there. That's now been pulled down, and it's now called the Blue Fin Building in Southwark Street. It's Bankside, so it's all restaurants down there, and it's right by Tate Modern. But when I was young, it was a ghost town down there.
Really?
Yeah. Southwark Street had a lot of print works down there.
Yeah, you can still see them. Well,
Yeah.
the old shells anyway.
Yeah, and so come Friday night, everyone went home. It wasn't newspapers, it was more magazines and professional print works. And it was a ghost town.
Really?
There was no buses went down there, there was nothing to come round there for. All it was the docks. Old barges moored up against the wall, the dock wall.
So.
And it's very dismal round there, yeah.
It's amazing how much it's changed then.
Yeah.
Is it quite strange for you walking down there and thinking...
Well, yeah, I mean, like when the Globe opened, I thought to myself, to give something back, I'm going to volunteer to be a steward.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you know, to kind of, because I've moved up this way now to Rotherhithe, and I thought, well, that kind of gets me back down there, and I can still keep an eye on Peabody.
Yeah.
Walk past every time and look in there and see, because there are still about 3 or 4 families still living in there who were there when I was a child.
Really?
Yeah. But the rest, and they're still on like the rents that they've always paid. Whereas once they die, people they do them up, and it becomes the national rent, whatever people pay, you know. So, because they were built by a Mr. Peabody, who's an American, for the poor of London. Because, like, I've done my research, my genealogy, and a lot of my family do come from that area, and they lived in those rotten old 2 up, 2 down houses in Park Street and all round there. And so for them to get a flat in Peabody was like a step up.
Do people have issues finding work back then, or was it quite, was there plenty of jobs to go around?
Yeah, I mean, my first job, I liked it, but then my friend said to me, why don't you come and work at my place? So I said, yeah, all right then. So I left that first job and went to work with her place, stayed there a couple of years, and then another friend said to me, why don't you come and work at my place?
God, I wish it was that easy now.
I know. You didn't have to have any references or no CVs, no.
So you were a teenager in the 60s?
Yeah.
What was the 1960s like?
Great. We used to wear mini skirts and the bouffant hair. I used to wear my hair like Cilla Black, actually. People used to say to me I quite look like Cilla Black.
You do look a bit like Cilla Black,
right. Especially when I had the hairstyle as well.
I can see that, actually.
And, you know, we used to go to the pubs, you know, and again, there was no worry about age. Go to the pubs and I used to have a big group of friends. We all went on holiday together when we was 19. That was quite a big thing, really, to Italy. That was our first holiday abroad. And I remember when I went to Portugal and I wore one of these mini skirts. That was a few years on, and you know, it was really quite short. So
was it not really the done thing?
No. I mean, I wasn't involved in the Carnaby Street or jazz scene or anything like that. It was just mainly local, really.
Just following fashion.
Yeah, we weren't kind of adventurous going all over. You just kind of stayed in your own area, really. Used your own pubs, and I mean, by the time I was 19, well, by the time I was all about 19, we was all getting boyfriends and getting engaged, and then they was all getting married. And
what was like a typical age then to get married?
yeah, they was all about, it was all 19, we had boyfriends. And they was all getting married when they was about 21. And I was due to get married, but we called it off. But all the rest of them got married. And they all stayed together. Yeah, I don't know why people got married so young then. It was just the thing. Because we would not think of getting our own place. You would stay at home until you got married, basically.
That was just the done thing.
Yeah. Well, there was no way you was going to get your own place. Having a mortgage and buying a property wasn't for the likes of us when we didn't know anything about it. So even when we got married, we'd still go on the council list and get a council property.
What about children? What was like the normal? Did you, as soon as you got married,
straight away with the children, and then pack up work. Again, people tended not to go back to work then, you know, they had children and we stayed at home. And husband went out to work because again there was always jobs for the men. Didn't get the men staying at home because there's no jobs. So, and that was like the way of the world then. Men went out to work, women stayed at home.